All right, so hi, so my name is Melvin. I work for the John Mullet Broadcast Club, and this is a recording for our upcoming news. And please introduce yourself.
Hi there, my name is Miss Hamlin. I've been hired this year as the new student wellness coordinator. A little bit about myself is that I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I grew up in LA, stayed here for college and grad school, and I'm still out here. So I went to Mayfield for high school, so a little bit of a connection there with Loyola. And some of the things I'm interested in are healthy relationships, basically positive psychology. I like sports and things like that.
What about your career background? You said you're a student wellness coordinator.
Yep. Yeah, so before working here, I've worked in a couple different areas. I worked for the Pasadena Unified School District in a therapeutic behavioral classroom. So a lot of students there have a lot of intense trauma and some behavioral issues. So I was doing therapy with those students and some group therapy. And before that, I worked in foster care and some community mental health.
Awesome. And what got you to come to Loyola?
Yeah, so I've always enjoyed working at schools. I've worked at a few in my past, like I mentioned, but I've also done some other stuff, and I've just realized schools are where I want to be. I like working with students, especially high schoolers. So I was looking for a high school, and I've known about Loyola for a long time. Like I said, I went to Mayfield, so I know it's a really great place to be and to work. And you guys are all really smart and really fun to be around. So that's how I found the job, and I'm really excited to be here.
What are your plans as a student wellness coordinator?
Yeah, so my job's kind of interesting. There's sort of two parts to it. I would say the first part is trying to kind of do some programming for the students and also the faculty. So talking about wellness and mental health and emotional well-being. So talking about different skills that students can build to keep themselves kind of happy and healthy and deal with some stress that I think a lot of students deal with in high school. And also kind of working on implementing some programs for the faculty, just trying to support them in supporting you guys. And then the second kind of part of my job is more reactive. So if a student is really struggling and they need extra support, then I'm sort of part of a team that helps kind of make a plan for them and decisions around that. And also just an extra resource for the community here. So students that have questions or want to learn more or need some support, and also teachers or counselors that are interested in certain topics and just kind of want to use me as a sounding board.
Is this your first time as a student wellness coordinator for a high school, or were you a student wellness coordinator previously?
First time, yeah. This is the first time with that title. I've mostly been called a clinician or a therapist or a school counselor before.
Do you plan on staying at Loyola for a long period of time?
I hope so. Yeah, definitely. I'm really enjoying it so far.
Have you met a lot of the kids yet, or
Not too many yet. I proctored the SAT, so I met some of the guys then. I've attended some homerooms just to introduce myself, meeting a couple kids one-on-one, but so far not too many yet. So looking forward to more opportunities to do that.
as a student wellness coordinator, did you plan on meeting like a lot of kids, or just the ones that need help?
I'd like to meet a lot of kids. You know, I don't want to just be there for when things get rough. I'd like to walk with students as throughout their journey and be kind of there to talk about things as they come up so that we can avoid them becoming a huge issue. You know, it's better to kind of get a jump on things and just learn skills that you can apply for later struggles as they arise. So I've moderating the Great Films Club and trying to get involved in other clubs too, just to get to know students that way. It doesn't necessarily have to be from, you know, a mental health perspective, but just to get involved and meet people.
Can you go over the difference between a counselor and a student wellness coordinator? Because you said that a wellness coordinator kind of is focused on kids who need help.
Mhm.
How does that differ from a counselor?
Yeah, so there's definitely some overlap. I guess the way I would phrase it would be that the counselors do a lot. They are really involved in academic side as well as the personal kind of counseling side. And my focus is a little bit more narrow, so more on the mental health stuff and the emotional well-being, I would say. I'm not really too focused on academics. I'm really more focused on like general mental health stuff. So we do overlap a bit and we work really closely together. So students would go to their counselors first, and then I'd kind of come on board if we feel like that would be helpful.
Thank you, Ms. Hamlin. We'll see you when we're back on campus. Ms. Hamlin is our student wellness coordinator. She's located in room A300.